Welcome back, my dear friends. Welcome back to ever so amazing, sexy Europa Barbarorum 2, where I'm playing one of the greatest mods for Medieval 2, Total War, Europa Barbarorum 2. As always, the mod is in the description, so hope you download yourself, enjoy it, play it, fap to it, do whatever is necessary to enjoy this amazing mod the way you want to enjoy it. So we're continuing on as a Saba tribe, trying to conquer all of the Arabia and of course destroy Egypt down the line. If God is willing, of course. But first and foremost, to see exactly what situation we are. First, the finances. We are great actually. We are supposed, well, we are going to be having 4K in the next one. Excellent. Also, Nairan, in one turn, will be getting the client servant thing. We shall see how that's gonna go. We have read that, of course, in previous videos. If you have watched, if you have not, understandable. Moving on. And of course, we have nothing to do in Zafar. Reality-wise, our army that is in main capital of Mariab would be able to sally out and start attacking Shabwat in Hydramat. Hadramat. I don't know, so I just Hadramat. In the region of Hadramat. We would like to take that. In all honesty, they do have walls, basic wooden palisade, and of course most of the units that are probably akin to our own. So that is a-okay. That means I understand what to utilize against what. After all, we have some more unique units that we haven't gotten before, like the Ethiopian spearmen that I called Nubian spearmen. You can see the amazing defense, though armor only 1, defense skill is 9 for them, and shield plus 5. They're, well, 5 that is. 112 upkeep. Weapon crew attack of 6, charge bonus 7, and this is we're gonna be reading because we're gonna be utilizing these bad boys a lot. So combat bonus in deserts, excellent, considering we're fighting in deserts. Good stamina, always a good thing. Ethiopian spearmen, and let's read these bad boys. Ethiopian spearmen are in most cases raised from the population living along the coastlands of the Erythraean Sea by foreign overlords or Ethiopian rulers heavily influenced by foreigners and their ways. These men are equipped with shields only, as body armor would only burden a soldier in the hot climate of Ethiopia. They also carry spears into battle. These men can be expected to fill their role as assault infantry as long as properly used. History. Historically, ancient Ethiopia, encompassing modern-day Eritrea and northern Ethiopia, was at this time made up of many smaller kingdoms that waged war against each other, but also against any foreign invader, like Nubians, Hellenes, or Sabaeans. There were basically 3 main regions in ancient Ethiopia: the coastal lowlands along the Erythraean Sea, the interior plains, and the mountains separating them. The coastal lowlands seem to have been the most prosperous and were often raided by the mountain kingdoms. That says beer. Bean or bean? Oh, bean. Okay, not beer, bean. Seems to have been the most prosperous. That looks like an R, but you cannot see the N, actually. Most evidence indicates that the Ethiopians living along the Erythraean Sea were the most urbanized and also the most influenced by foreigners who established colonies and trade posts along the coast, like the Hellenes and the Sabaeans, and when it came to the latter, adopted their religious practices, which was a legacy of the earlier Sabaean rule in Ethiopia, or the Dumt, as it was called, although to which extent Ethiopia was ruled, or if it was ruled at all by the Saban, is a matter of debate. There are also evidence of Judaism being prevalent in ancient Ethiopia due to archaeological findings of temples and altar stones from 500 BC on, resembling ancient Jewish temples, and sacrificial altars from 800 to 600 BC. Ethiopian warfare at this time seems to have been similar to that of their Nubian neighbors, but there were regional variation in arms and armor when it came to the materials used. The dominant type was skirmishers armed with either javelins or bows, and sometimes on horseback. They would also be armed with clubs and axes for close combat. Spearmen were also used at the coastal peoples, also fielded small but elite contingents of swordsmen, either influenced or equipped by the foreigners, serving often as bodyguards for kings or chieftains. So there is that. Those guys look badass. We have actually engaged them in battle many times when we fought with little tribes near Nairan, and of course the last army that came from Hadramat had some Ethiopian spearmen. And we'll be utilizing them. They're actually a completely new unit for us. With Rakabin, sadly cannot be retrained if I'm not mistaken. We cannot retrain Rakabin. We could get some also Ethiopian archers, no less. But let me just see. Combat bonus, desert good stamina. So it's basically the same, but total defense 9, 5 melee, missile 5. Missile is 5. Missile attack 5 for Hegerens, no less. 5 for Kamis. Achzai, missile, so the damage is completely the same. Like completely the same. For Achzai and actually all the archers, it will seem, no matter how the elite they truly are. So interesting. It's like it's the max is the 5 or something like that. Let's see Safia Latin. 5 missile attack. So that's about it. Okay, so we're gonna look at the melee attack then. 5 compared to Safia Latin. 13 total defense, Safia Latin 9 on the of course Ethiopian, of course no armor basically, there it is. Compared to of course even Safia Latin. Basic armor of 3 it would seem. So there is that. I would actually get a little bit more forces before moving on. And I honestly get some new units, especially Asps or Quadrupes. Let me just check in terms of what Quadrupes have in terms of armor. 10 total defense, 9 as Asps. So Sabine Citizen Militia or Commune Levy. I don't think we have actually read about the Asps, but nonetheless, 10 or 9 total defense, 3 attack, 4 charge bonus, 3, 7, 4. Of course, as being that they are actually skirmishers, so there is that, but still, yeah, very useful in melee. Good stamina, but they are unreliable compared to the Quadrupes. But we have a few Safia Latin. That is a good thing. We do actually have a few archers. Well, actually a lot of archers, considering that most of our armies is actually compromised of archers. So we're gonna get some Quadrupes. And that's gonna be it for this. Yeah, maybe one other Achzai. I mean, I'm not really happy with the Achzai. I already have 3 units of Achzai. I don't want more Achzai, so Achzai shall stay where they are for now. We're gonna end the turn here because basically we can't do anything. We have the watchtower on the region with the Eremos, so there is that. And again, as previously said, most of these units are kind of in a bad position in terms of what they have inside. 25, 29, 52, 71. Most of these units I'm going to start sending it towards Mariab, to be honest, to retrain some of the more like Safia Latin, definitely. I'm going to be retraining them just to see the amount of bad mojo that will happen. No, still content. This is a good thing. Let's get towards Mariab. Though yes, in the next turn though, we will be getting the ability to recruit back, I think, some of the units. But again, as I have no idea how that client-servant thing is gonna actually work, I'm gonna go still for Mariab and see what's gonna happen, how that actually works. Because the client-servant thing we have read that actually it gives us certain stuff. Renewable Rakabin, Minsarin, Ramatarabi, Asp and Achzai. So again, Asps and Achzai, skirmishers, and Achzai are militia archers or whatever. So Asps, we would be able to retrain them there, but not Safia Latin. But still, as I have no idea how that actually works, this completely new thing, client-servant thing, I'm gonna go for the Mariab, something that is to me certain. And again, Who knows what's gonna happen in the future. I would prefer to have more units inside Mariab, considering I'm gonna be removing all these units. We'll go with the prince himself towards Shabwat, and that's gonna be our next objective to do in. So there is that. Also, yes, I did forget, I did get the irrigated farmland, communal farmland in Timna, and Zafar still has no option of doing anything. So diplomat in for the Seleucids, well, inside their territory, did amazing job. We got some trade with Seleucids, always a good thing. Beyond all this, I have no need to even contact anyone. At least I don't think we need to. Alliance with the Seleucids, I don't think there will be any. I would prefer any type of a trade. So I'm gonna go for Egypt towards our ancient enemy. Though of course Egyptians being actually Ptolemy dynasty, pretty much actually Greeks, but still, hell's mother humping bells. We're gonna go there and maybe have some talk with them and get the other little tribe and little faction near them. Get maybe the beautiful trade with them, if possible, that is, if possible. Nonetheless, let's end the season and here, see how this is gonna go. Our spy is already still in Shabwat, overlooking that area. Yes, we would actually need a lot of towers near. Honestly, I'm just gonna call this entire desert beyond Hadramat to be the Rub al-Khali. After all, that is my main goal at least, to get the entirety of the Arabian desert, especially the Rub al-Khali desert, that has very, very special meaning to the Saba tribe, and hopefully gives us more power as we capture it. But we shall see how that goes. Of course, for now, Saba tribe is conquering nicely and slowly, as it should be, as it must be. Though, if I'm not mistaken, historically, Saba tribe was conquered by Himyar, and then Himyar was conquered by Aksum. But Himyar is not present in Europa Barbarorum, and I don't think Aksum is also, so there is that. Recruitment report, we got the Mariab Toxotes and Toxotai, and Mariab Quadrupes. Well, actually, they're quadruples, just as in Mariab. And we can remove our beautiful units now. And again, it really is about to see how much of a loss in terms of nothing really. They're still content. Great, that's good. That is good. Rakabin, honestly, 29, not gonna do a lot of anything. But Rakabin might do in Iran, and do remember we have now finished the construction of something very important to us, the Abd, client-servant stuff. So we will be able to build, it's a large camp now, not just a small little camp. Well, I guess it was always large camp, I just didn't notice, but still, I'm just saying still, we got that, and we will be able now to really build. Though we have this new home, I guess we can still build that if we wanted to. But nonetheless, let's see what we have. Normal taxes, it's all nice. We have Field of Games, Shrine of Adhar, Shrine of Al-Makah. We have Dispersed Farming, and we have Strategic Fortification. In terms of recruitment, now we actually get the Rakabin, as we have seen, so it's still ours. It is still ours. It doesn't just like go like it is ours, as again, it's not just they would become some type of a client state, whatever, however you call a damnable thing. I forgot the freaking name now. But you know that they don't go like they don't have their own government. But I don't think like you can have that in medieval, right? Maybe down newer games where you can actually give the, how the hell do you call it, for fuck's sake? I'm completely forgetting how it's called. Autonomy to the specific faction. Like if you don't want to conquer them, you just give them to be your bitches. But I don't think that's actually in Total War Medieval 2. I think that came with the Empire maybe, or Shogun 2, when you actually can vassals. That's the fucking thing. But yeah, I don't think that's even possible in Medieval 2. but still, Hell's Bells, it's a mod, so who knows. We gain a new family member, Sabu Wagawum Yazili Watar. Oh, nice. A child is born to one of the leading families. Who knows what destiny awaits this infant? A long life of privilege and power? Or an early and ignominious death? Only the gods can say. End of turn report. Thank you very much. Nothing great, but still, we do have a big army that is supposed to now conquer something more. I'm gonna leave the Rakabin at the moment where they are, or we can move the Rakabin to Nairan. Let's move the Rakabin to Nairan while we still actually have that chance of actually moving the Rakabin to Nairan. Get those camel riders back, because we cannot get them in Mariab, but we can get them in Nairan, and that is a good thing. And we can also build more units in Nairan, but that's not going to be the thing. We have one army at the moment. To me, at least, that's going to be enough for now. We don't have any rivalries with the bigger factions. And without any bigger faction interfering into our business, we will be able to conquer slowly all the rebels. So first and foremost, I'm going to retrain my faithful Rakabin and Asps. Thank you very much. And construction of dispersed farming. Population growth and local production farming income +1. We'll read this down the line. For now, we will get that. Dispersed 2 seasons. We have enough time to read everything, my dear friends. All in good time. All in good time. Let's move back with these forces. We can actually go back with Kudups, well, with our Asps, that is into Nairan, and get them back. But I will prefer them to go to Mariab and get back our loyalty from the population, at least with garrison force of any kind. With very high taxes or high taxes. I don't know which one we have in Mariab at the moment. Is it high taxes or very high taxes? High taxes at the moment, which is great. That's not a bad thing. We're gonna get them as soon as possible. Thank you very much. In Timna, we're slowly building. In Zafar, nothing yet being able to even be built, sadly. But it's okay. Let's move in with the prince. We have a force, even without, like, 5 units less, but I think these units still look at the chevrons on these bad boys. Look at the chevron on these bad boys. I would like to utilize this spy to see what we can see inside the town and maybe even open the gates. Like, there is a chance of again our spy getting killed. Hopefully he will not get killed. If he gets killed, we'll have to get another spy, and that costs quite a bit. Thankfully, he succeeded. Thank you very much. In an event of a siege, the settlement can hold out for 4 seasons. Your spy have infiltrated the settlement. There is a 32% chance that they will manage to open the gates if you attack. Now, this is an issue. There are a lot of elite units. Haggarans, 3 Kamis, and a lot of Arzai and Safilatin. Oh boy, this is not a force that like, but also we have the ability to get some beautiful, very beautiful, I would say, mercenaries. And consider the mercenaries are just units that you can just buy, and the upkeep is the same as would it be for the basic unit you have in your recruitment pool. That's amazing. Though, if they're gonna go with that, I could go with Abs or Faya Halatin. How many melee units? Oh, yo, I forgot the Faya Halatin here only have 51. They are pretty much fudged. So I've not gotten them back. Ooh, that's a bad mojo. So I'm gonna utilize these Faya Halatin to get out. Thank you very much. Excellent. Get inside the army. Thank you. At least that is gonna be ours. You know, like, have more melee unit oriented units, and we will 63 of Haggarans and 51. That is actually an issue. I am going with a force that is not fully ready to do what I want them to do, to be honest. But again, we are fighting against a what type of enemy this is? A 3-star general. And at least we can see what he does have. He's a veteran. So +1 command and morale for all troops. Good defender. Again, +1 command defending. Talented leader, middle age. Interesting. Well, surprise spring. Spring is a time for fattening of horses. of relatively good weather. Campaigns are possible, but must be fast unless the army is stuck in the middle of the steppe in summer. Okay. Restricted summer campaigning. And again, above all things, a lot of enemy archers. So who does the best here? Again, I'm gonna try just to lure them out again. That would, I think, would be the best thing. So siege them and lure them out. Let's move on with the prince himself. Because after 4 turns, they have to come out and attack us. Which, again, coming through one gate, I mean, immediate death for them. We have seen that happen before in the battles of the siege for Timna, if I'm not mistaken. Was it for Timna? I think it was for Timna. So again, amazing stuff could happen still. And we have the ability to recruit some mercenaries. So again, 10 out of 10 right there. I can have a full stack of 20 units. Beautiful stuff, I would say. Beautiful stuff. Let's end the turn and end the season and see how that's gonna go. Of course, we have our beautiful diplomat going for Egypt. See what we can do with Ptolemy and whatever is out there for us to meet. And of course, the next is coming the siege, getting Hadramaut under our control, slowly enveloping Oruba Valkali, and above all things, that is to me the goal, is getting the entirety of Arabia, and then power comes to us probably if we are willing to get it and grab it. That would be beautiful, to be honest. But of course, things could happen, events could happen, many events. We do not know, I do not know. So again, things like the event that the enemy just spawned right near our borders when we moved toward Iran. First time, we've seen that, so there is that. So maybe some different tribes, smaller tribes are starting to notice. You see, like this event, Marib Dam damage. This summer rains have overwhelmed the Marib Dam system on which the prosperity of Mariab depends. If you're good and just MLK, you will repair this as soon as possible. Well, I have money, unless it costs 50,000. Unless it costs quite a bit, I have money, I would say. Town, damage. Now, I'll need to repair the damnable thing. It's good. 1,200 Menai. Immediately. Do it. Well, I won't be able to do much with the money now, sadly, but still, recruitment report, retraining of Rakabin Asps. Excellent. Very beautiful. Look at now, our force can defend Nairan under Faram Il-Watar. Beautiful job. Also, what I wanted to see is the family tree. Sorry, that's the finances, and we can see into the family tree. So it is actually Yazil al-Watar, the Faram il-Watar, with his wife Tabtawan il-Watar, age 16, gained a little baby, a little baby. Wait, so this is actually son. Maybe he's son, or not actually brother of. So I honestly, like, these trees, I'm sometimes really like, what the fuck is what? So this is actually a brother, right? Brother Luchayt Hamal Saba, Namat Il Yanuf. No, Yanuf. This is now, I'm like, what the fuck is happening here? I must be not knowing how to look at these trees, these family trees. Like, I'm thinking, like, maybe their brother, like, or like Yanuf, Abhamad El Yanuf. See, I don't know how to look at these family trees. I'm just gonna say there's something to us. Something, at least. So, moving on. Oh, something bad. Disillusion. What the hell is going on here in Maria, my friends? What is happening? Retraining immediately if possible. Yes, it is. Getting the Asben Fayak Safilatin. Thank you very much. And we're gonna go for the rebel town here of the name I cannot actually pronounce. So we could also not, we won't be able to recruit anything. We will not be able to recruit anything. We're just gonna go straight for the enemy like this. without any additional support, because everything costs quite a bit, and in the next financial we're gonna only have 1155, so one more unit we'll be able to get before charging in towards Rebel Town, if we are willing. If we are willing, that is. But we can also build a watchtower here, another one, even though we already have a watchtower. I'm gonna build another watchtower because we can. I'm gonna stay there for this one season. Of course, our diplomat moves on to see if, and yes, we are actually in a territory, someone's territory at least. We'll see what's gonna, with whom we can actually talk, get some trade, some relations, good relations maybe. We'll see how that's gonna go for us. For now, we are only at war with everyone. So hell's mother hopping battles. Yes, you will not be seeing battle this turn. Definitely not this turn. Definitely not next turn, probably. Should I say next video? Not this turn. Next video, this video, some video. So hell's mother hopping battles. But important stuff is there. Slowly but surely we are taking territory. Rebel not moving, and I like when the rebel armies don't move. Like, they scare the shit out of me mostly in these games. At the year in history of some things that we do not care, because Ahsoka comes to the throne in India. This is actually an interesting event. Athene, Hiron to become Syracuse. Okay, Seleucus of Macedonia won the stadium of Olympia. And blah blah blah. Nobody cares for that because we are not there. And trade increase on Samachat Yafish trained. This man has honed his tradecraft and now tempers his enthusiasm with experience. Further advancement can only come through practicing his craft in the field. +1 to agent skill, plus 10% movement, +1 to personal security. Samach Atchat Yafish. He must be our spy. Excellent. Look at the subterfuge, man. Not even a bloodhound could track this man's moon. He's but a shadow. Beautiful job, my friend. Beautiful job. Very pleased with that. Retraining complete. Thank you. Construction report in Iran. Dispersed farming and repairing of the Great Marib Dam. Always a good thing. Thank you very much. Getting back into a better money next season. Excellent. But what is more important than that? Getting more units, of course. Ramat Arabi. Also the unit I never utilized. These Bedouin archers, that is. 8 total defense, 4 melee attack, 5 missile charge. Okay. Combat bonus in desert, long range unreliable. I hate when they're unreliable. That means if I even engage them in melee, they're gonna run away most of the time. But they actually cost quite small amount to recruit, 720. I would go for the Ethiopians. And if I really have to get the Arabi, I will get the Arabi just for the lols. Not really, I'm not saying for lols, really. I would need any just for this immediate engagement to be sure that what comes next is an actual win. Because after all, the enemy has also some quite good units. We have seen, of course, that. And really, hopefully, also with the new trait increase for our spy, we get even better chances for entering the Shabbat without waiting for 4 seasons. We can actually assault. The gates have been opened. My dear friends, the gates have been opened. What does that mean? That means the enemy will be fudged. So that's gonna be for the next video. I wish you the very best. Next time, more love, more drugs, and as always, more of this amazing mod called Europa Barbarorum 2. I wish you the very best.